Hey guys, just doing a quick video on my 1986 Corvette C4. It's up for sale, and I've been getting a lot of people who probably don't have time to come look at it. So I thought this makes the most sense. Do a quick walk around. Well, it's not gonna be that quick because there's some things to talk about. So I got this car in Texas. It's a Texas car. I believe I'm the third owner. I have to double check the paperwork, but obviously black with red interior. Obviously target top. It's a nice day here in Seattle, and top's off. The top isn't perfect. Now, it's 1986, of course. This car is not going to be perfect. I've been getting a lot of people, I don't know if they're expecting like some garage queen, because this car only has 55,000 original miles on it. Another major thing is it's the manual transmission car, which most of these are automatic, which I don't understand why. Maybe because I'm not going to comment on it. But anyway, I'm not a fan of the automatic in this car. This car has the 4-speed with the 3 overdrive gears. So if you don't know how that works in this car, or in these cars, the overdrive kicks in 2, 3, and 4 if the overdrive is set, which when you press this button, it turns it off when you're in second gear. So clutch in, turn it off. You can go through the gears without overdrive, and then I usually, as soon as I get to 4, then I put the clutch in and put the overdrive on. So anyway, so console, these are the mirror, well, those are the Targa screws, since we have it off. So mirror controls, seat controls. So seat's not perfect. This is probably like the worst thing here. You know, if somebody really wants to, you know, put this thing back to original and keep it in the garage, you're gonna have to replace the seat covers. This is just my fun car. I've always wanted one, ever since like the A-Team days, and you know, growing up in the 80s, and this is one of the cars that I've always wanted. This is probably a concern. There was like a silver panel here, some kind of aluminum cover. It didn't say Corvette. It was just a cover. It's not on the other side. So I just took it off, and it looks like somebody tried to glue it down, and I've tried to scrape that off, but I'm really not going to worry about it. The horn does not work. There's something going on back there, so that's why this has a gap, because I just have it pulled out a little bit. If I push it in, then I can hear something in the dash somewhere behind here. It starts clicking. So I have it set like that. There's no check engine light on here, which is, you know, something that's really common in these cars. These cars are known to have, you know, electrical nightmares, and you know, there's a lot of things that can go wrong with this car, and there's a lot of them online when you're trying to buy these things that they're just garbage, really. So it's got a new ECM. It's got newer tires. This car is lowered in the rear, so I don't know exactly by how much, but when I originally got it, I just didn't like the way it looked. So it's actually really easy to lower these cars if you don't know. There's just a bolt in the back that you take out and you replace. You can get another bolt from Fastenal, and it looks like that. I thought about lowering the front, but it's fine for now. I'd like to just get it to the next owner, so they can enjoy it and do whatever they want to it. This car has a custom exhaust. I didn't put that on, it was already on there. Looks like maybe some cheap Flowmasters or something, some knockoff Flowmasters. It sounds alright, it's not obnoxious. The car has the original pre-cats, and it's got a cat on there, so none of that was messed with at all. That button that's supposed to release the trunk doesn't work. Surprise, who cares? It's a nice car. The button in the console, however, that yellow button, that actually pops this up. So thing pops up. The guy that I got the car from, or the people that I got the car from, had this thing buffed out really good. So the fiberglass is great. Looks like I need to scrub those wheels a little bit better there. I washed the car because it was a nice day. It's got a clean title. It's got a clean Texas blue title. The logos here were really worn. Obviously, they were probably the original logos. I just blacked them out because I'm not a purist. I don't really care. The lights work. They go up. Fog lights work. So they both go up. They both go down. The lights, fog lights. Let me turn that on real quick. It's got that. There you go. Those lights work. There's some rubbing right here between the door and this panel. I'm pretty sure that happened when I had the clutch master cylinder replaced and the place that did the job didn't put that panel back on correctly. So I haven't really done anything with it, honestly. Like, this was my daily when I was in Texas, and it's honestly, it's just not something, it's my bad. It's just not something that I did. This needs to be moved up. It needs to be adjusted. There's some kind of screws in there. I don't know. There's some kind of weird screws and some weird way to get to it I haven't done yet. Totally my fault. Besides that, the only other things that are new is, let's see, put an Alpine Bluetooth radio in there for modern functionality. You know, Bluetooth music, whatever, take a call. I replaced the speakers in the rear. It looks factory, but I took the Bose out and the amps. They have some Pioneer speakers I got at Best Buy, and the speakers in front, I actually took the amps out of there, and the original Bose are in there for now because it's just kind of a weird speaker shape that goes in the box. If you don't know about these cars, every speaker has its own box, and they also have their own amp originally that was Bose. They're usually trashed, and so I took them out and then sprayed the speaker boxes with rubberized material and put it all back in and rewired it. So everything works. The only bad part on this car is when I had it shipped, that happened. So, and I didn't realize it. The guy told me that the truck that was above the car had an oil leak, and he covered it up. So I think he did it basically because it wasn't there before. I would have saw that. I mean, this car is pretty clean. This car is pretty clean for what it is. You know, 86 Corvette C4. You know, no check engine light. Again, the newer parts are going to be that master clutch cylinder, the ECM. It's got a new distributor, new plugs, of course. Again, this car only has 55,000 miles on it. I was dailying it. I have 2 more cars, and I don't really have time to drive it. You know, somebody should enjoy this on the weekends or build a hot rod. It's a great cheap hot rod. See, that is all I could think of for the car. You know, please ask any questions, post any comments. If there's something, you know, something you guys want to know, or you're interested in getting one of these cars. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I can tell you, you know, what my experience has been with the car. I think mainly when I replaced that computer, when I replaced the ECM, there was a code 42 that kept going, or that kept showing on the screen, and I took it to a couple different people, and nobody knew what was going on. I read online in the Corvette forum. for some solutions, and somebody mentioned that he had the same problem, and it was the ECM of all things, which apparently usually does not go wrong on these, or not go bad on these cars. But I took the car to Austin Corvette when I was down in Texas, when I was living there, and he went through it. Gary down there, he knows these cars inside and out. So if you're in Texas and you got a Corvette and you have no idea what's going on with it, take it to Gary. That guy knows everything about these cars. He does not joke around. Yep. Besides that, that's it. Thanks for checking out the video.